try.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
My dad got with Peyton's mom. Peyton was also kind of interested in the instruments, and we just started picking them up and playing with them, and we just kind of wrote songs before thinking twice about it, and also just were like, of course we could be a band because we're writing songs and we say we're in a band, so this is our band.
Do you like remember the first gig you played in comparison to how it feels like to play now?
The very first time we were performed is actually like on YouTube. We were really small.
It feels, I mean, to me it feels kind of similar every night. Like some nights, sure, I'm tired, but I still get excited every night we get to play, and I go up there and I can't help but smile every night and sing along to songs that Kelly sings, and it's always been exciting no matter how many times we play.
Yeah, I mean, it was scary. I was very scared. It was like this thing that I couldn't possibly wrap my head around. Like, I mean, I didn't think I'd be as scared as to when I got up there, and I was like, oh, it's actually quite scary. But then as soon as we start playing music, those kind of slip away, and it's like there's this thing that I tap into where I can just perform, and it's very exhilarating, very cathartic, and I've always really liked it. And yeah, the energy is different night to night, of course. Like
when you're on tour, how much contact do you have like with friends and family?
A lot less in Europe just because of the time difference. I feel like I also, like, whenever I'm out on the road, sometimes I'll end up talking to people I haven't talked to in forever, just like kind of randomly. Like, they'll send me a message and I'll just be like way more open to like talk because I'm just kind of like a little bit more. I mean, you know, we're all together and stuff, but it's like it kind of gets lonely just because you're like, especially if you're in a place where you don't know anybody or something. It's not like a lot of grounding, so you can kind of just be like, oh hey.
I definitely I've always kind of been like this too, where I don't really keep in constant touch with most of my closest friends. It's more like when I see them, we have a very like heartfelt, just everything's open, like let's just talk about the last 2 years of our life. Usually whenever I want to shoot the shit with someone, I'll call one of my grandmas because I think grandmas are very underrated. So I have 3 and they're all awesome, and I try to like give them a ring. And if I'm in emotional distress, I call my parents. One of them.
Yeah. Usually on tour I talk to my mom and my brother most days, but it is harder in Europe, and I don't talk nearly as often, or it's mostly text whenever. Usually it would be a phone call, and but it's not like it causes like emotional distress or anything, having less communication. It's just not as much of a habit over here as it would be touring back home.
I wonder, you are siblings, right? And siblings sometimes fight. How does it work between you guys?
We're very close. We're all like, you know, Peyton and Curtis are 2 of my closest friends also.
What's like the most annoying habit then actually? Like
Kelly's most annoying habit is just how much she talks down on herself in the van.
Aww.
And other places too, but just gets on my nerves.
I was going to say how she always just finds the most inconvenient place to like leave her suitcase as soon as we get somewhere.
I do, yeah.
Oh, yeah, she leaves her shoes in the middle of the hotel room. I trip on them all the time.
Stuff like that.
My suitcase, as soon as I open it, just explode.
I haven't talked to Curtis about this, and it's not a really big deal at all, so I'm just saying it for the interview. It's just a joke. I mean, it's not a joke, but it's just in fun. I don't really think it's that bad, but like he clips his nails in the van.
Oh yeah.
Does that drive you crazy?
It doesn't drive me crazy. It's just if I had to pick something.
Yeah.
It's a habit,
all
yeah.
the time, yeah.
You can keep doing it. I'm not saying stop.
Yeah.
It's not that crazy.
Peyton, whenever she drives, she usually has like one album that's like
that we hear
every day. Like it's the same
over and over and over.
Oh
and
yeah.
It'll cycle through like, you know, it'll be like 2 or 3, but then it'll always cycle back.
Yeah.
You guys are always welcome to pick music while I'm driving. I just don't I don't want to think about it. So.
No, we have our AirPods. It's
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah.
Okay, now please tell me the best thing about
about one another?
Yeah.
Well, Curtis has this insane gift where he can talk to pretty much anyone. Like, he has, I feel like, a general knowledge almost about everything. I feel like he could just, like, I don't know, it could be sports, it could be music, it could be film, it could be, like, art. Like, I just feel like Kurt can, like, jump right in and be like, oh, is that, you know, starring so-and-so? Or Peyton, like, deals with, like, so much organizational things that I can't even wrap my head around, and just very on top of it and with it. And we try to work together because it's not fair for it all to be on her, but she really does tackle so much, like, logistical things that I do not.
I think I do tend to put a lot on myself, and Kelly and Curtis, but especially Kelly, are just really good about reminding me that I really don't have to. And I just think that Kelly's so sweet and compassionate, even whenever she doesn't feel like she is. I think she just brings a lot of light wherever she goes.
I love singing with Peyton. She's my favorite person to sing with.
Yeah.
I love her voice, so.
Could you perform one song, if you want, just with what you have on here right now? Would you want to try?
What would we do?
Do a little late, or like Preacher
Yeah, that's a good
Boy,
one.
or like, could we just like drum it out? I don't know
can
how we
drum
would
something,
do.
I guess.
Booster seat.
I don't
know.
think booster seat.
No, a
because-
little late maybe would
Yeah,
be
let's
good.
do a little late. Okay.
Just an acapella performance of a little late.
Okay. You know, I'm always afraid
Okay.
every night going to the song I'm going to sing it the wrong key because I come right in with the piano.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I'll
that's
try.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Doctor, doctor, brother, brother, father, mother, father, mother. If we're the bother, then we'll be bothered for the wait, for the wait. Doctor, doctor, brother, brother, father, mother, father, mother. If we're the bother, then we'll be bothered. Tell a date, tell a date. You make the sun rise when the sun won't rise. You make the sun bright night. And if I'm not thinking really, really greatly, you don't like the sunrise twice.
Chase away the thoughts that make you hate, 'cause hate does not create. Hate at best will just keep you a little late, a little late.
That's all I can do. I'm not gonna keep doing very repetitive songs. It's like,
That was amazing. Thank you so much. That was actually her idea. Kelly,
yeah.
think a lot about these days.
Her boyfriend. Easy, easy. Her boyfriend and plants.
Yeah, plants has been a big one. I wonder, yeah, they're kind of related, I think.
Okay.
It's okay. I enjoy hearing about her boyfriend. He's one of my best friends, so.
Oh, that's nice. Do you miss him a lot?
Yeah, I do. It's the first time I've ever lived with someone that I'm like dating, so I do miss it. It's weird, like being used to sleeping next to someone and that becomes part of your sleep routine. And he tours with us too, so it's like in the States, but so yeah, I do miss him, and I was definitely a little kooky at the beginning half of this tour because of my message, but I've since chilled out. I do still think about it a lot, but I've channeled that energy into postcard writing while he's asleep, you know.
What about the plants part?
The plants, oh man, you don't know how many people don't take care of their plants. You go into a business, and it's a nice business, and the people are nice, and they're killing their darn plants, man. And then you're like, am I allowed to water this person's plant that weighs like air because they haven't watered it in probably a month? And then it's like, I don't think I am, and I'm not allowed to say anything either because I'll be the annoying person. So just let it die.
Yeah.
I've actually become a big fan of businesses using fake plants for this reason. I'm like, good, you don't have to take care of them. But yeah, I work at a plant shop, and I don't know a lot, but it's funny when you just know a few house plants, you start recognizing them everywhere.
Okay. But I think you were allowed to actually water them. It's only good for the plants.
It would have been very awkward. It was like at a venue, which I'm not going to say the name of the venue. But it was like it was on a hanging thing, so it would have been really obvious that I was like kind of micromanaging their plant care.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I mean, you do it for the plants, not for the people.
All right, next time I'll let you water it. I won't say anything.
They both told me not to do it.
I'm very pro watering plants. I am, but it just seemed like
Passive aggressive.
Yeah, I don't know.
Paige,
I don't even
what's
remember
your...
which one.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
No, please go on. I
No,
know.
I just
Go.
You don't remember the venue?
I don't remember which venue, so like maybe the vibe was off. Like, don't touch it, don't touch it.
They were very friendly.
The vibe was great.
Okay.
The plants were not.
Okay. Then final question. What advice would you give to young musicians, especially those who might consider starting a band with family or friends?
And so I think the first thing you gotta do is just like, try to find who you are. And sometimes that's very uncomfortable. Like sometimes you're not comfortable with your singing voice, and because sometimes you're not the best singer, or maybe you can only play 2 notes on guitar, and so all of your songs have 2 notes, you know. But like, I think that's kind of cool. It's just knowing yourself and being comfortable being you, and just like you liking it is enough, and doing what you being you.
I think it's really important to just remember to enjoy it and love it, because it's not really about success. And success is great, and making money and being able to live off of it is great, but it wouldn't really matter if you didn't love it and enjoy what you were doing. And I mean, I think all of us just couldn't imagine doing anything else. I mean, there's stuff that I also love doing, but I couldn't not do this. I don't know what I would be without this. And you kind of have to find that headspace, I think.
I would just say, like, if you're gonna do any kind of creative project, just really invest your time into finding stuff you like, and like find out what your favorite artists liked, and then find out what those artists, just kind of like study the history of music and just really enjoy it. You don't have to do that, but the other side of it is get with people who you like to work with and who also like working, and work as much as possible. It doesn't matter how good you are to start. Just make sure you're like all together and like really like have a good team element. Because like I've played with people who are like better musicians than me and stuff, but they just don't. It's sometimes like, oh, I'm not. Yeah, this is kind of cool. You know, this is. Oh, I like this. You know, like it's just like if it's not there, like that. If you're not all connected on what you're trying to do, then and you're not friends and stuff, it's really hard to get it to where you're playing every day, or like, you know, wanting to be around each other all the time and do a whole. You couldn't do a tour with.
I was like, this is what music is about. It's not about like, it's like good people that you're connecting with who are just like putting their soul out there, not like making it all about them or trying to make other people in the artistic project feel small.
Yeah.
Like, why would you do that?
I think you have to be nice to people too. Like, if you do this full time like we do, you meet a lot of people, and not everyone's going to be nice to you. But even in those cases, I just think it's important just to be kind to people, because if you're not, then you're gonna feel worse. It might affect them, but really it's just going to affect you and your mood. So
yeah, thank you. Okay,
thank you.
That's the end.
Cool, awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry we were so late.